Okay, there are a fair number of books in my head, but then there are some books which are beyond my head in the sense that it's already come onto my laptop and then hopefully should be out in the market soon. So I'm going to talk about one book which is close to my heart, and this book is titled Customer Orgasm. Now, needless to say, if for nothing else, it might sell well fundamentally because of the title. What is this about? This is about a space called customer service. Now, customer service in this country and across the world has evolved over a period of time. If I build a typical pyramid, right at the bottom of the pyramid is something called customer service. Everybody offers customer service to everybody else. But then, over a period of time, as people offer better and better, customer service morphs and becomes customer satisfaction. Everybody starts offering customer satisfaction and customer service goes out of fashion. And then when everybody is offering customer satisfaction, it moves to something called customer delight. You know that yellow smiley face which we used to see in the 80s? And then when everybody is offering customer delight, in comes the science of customer ecstasy. You want the customer not only to be served, not to be satisfied, not to be delighted, but ecstatic. And then when everybody is offering customer ecstasy, we tend to think that that's the dead end. Not really, because my research into the space of consumers across Southeast Asia, UK, India, and some parts of the United States tell me that there is something evolving, there's something ticking in this space, there's something bigger happening out there, and that is what I have coined the terminology and patented the word and the phrase so that nobody else runs with it, called customer orgasm. The idea is simple. Customers are human beings, and all human beings want the best of not service, not satisfaction, not delight, not ecstasy, but the orgasm. So if you really ask me, can marketers devise orgasmic customer service mechanisms? I think the answer is yes. And I think marketers will in the future devise it, and that's what I'm doing. So in this book of mine, I actually look at history and I put together 16 cases of customer service. Then I've got 8 cases of customer satisfaction. I've got then 8 cases of customer delight. I've got 4 cases of customer ecstasy. And finally, since there is nothing called customer orgasm which is available in the market as of today, what I'm doing is I have created hypothetical cases taking real-time brands from the world after taking the permission of these corporations from across the world, and I put together 4 exciting cases of what could be customer orgasm. So I think the future, my dear friends, is about customer orgasm. See, if you really look at it, every case is followed up by a kind of a teaching note, and it's also followed up by a set of thoughts and principles which are uncanny marketing principles which do exist. Many of these principles are very original principles of mine, because I've distilled about 46 concepts in marketing and branding which I put together. In addition to that, I do refer to standard, static, old world principles of old marketing gurus. So I put that together. The writing is totally irreverent because this is a very serious subject, and I have always believed that you must write a serious subject, write serious concepts, write serious thoughts, but write it irreverently. So if you ask me, my theory is totally pedantic, whereas my writing is totally MTV-ish. Digital is in a very, very amorphous phase at this given point of time, and I put together yet another theory, and this is a phrase which I call we live in the so-mo-clo-lytic era. Being social, mobile, cloud, on the cloud, and the analytics all marrying together. So the future in digital is about so-mo-clo-lytic marrying the IoT, which is the future. So all of a sudden what's happening is we used to do work in digital space with looking at people and trying to see what kind of social media do they dominate, what kind of networks are they in, how are they, what's the depth of their involvement, what's the width of their involvement, what's the time of their involvement, etc. All these old metrics are going out of fashion. So in comes a new metric which is very sensorial, which is totally IoT related. It's about, IoT having the ability to understand a human being more than another human being actually able to understand that human being. So I think, all of a sudden, everything digital is going to get very sensorial. It's about what you see, what you smell, what you touch, what you taste, all dictated by the IoT phenomena. So if you really ask me in digital, I'm putting my entire, if I had $100, I'd put 92 rupees out of that, or $92 of mine onto that one piece called IoT, and the rest is everything else. It's very tough, huh? Very tough. And to that extent, I think the audience for my book is going to be more overseas than India. Though Indians will love to read it, Indians will have fun with it, Indians will laugh with it, Indians will look at the irreverence with a great degree of fun and panache. But the people who are going to actually implement it are going to be people overseas. Because they've already traversed, they don't believe in the bottom rung ones. They are at customer delight at this point of time. Take a great Indian organization like the Indian Railways. I've done a study on the Indian Railways in my book. Indian Railways even today offers customer service. Okay. Now, that's after how many years? That's after long numbers of decades. Can Indian Railways actually start offering something called customer satisfaction? Yeah, it's attempting to do it. Huh? But when you really look at the fact that Indian Railways transports 8 billion people a year, wow, that's a big number. Because the population of the world is 7 billion. So I was talking to the railway board people and telling them, you must have a slogan saying that we move the world of people. Because you do move a world of people, 8 billion people. Now can you climb up? Can the Indian Railways look at adopting some of my principles and start moving into customer delight? I think that's going to be tough. Because I think the scale of operations that we talk about and the point at which we are today is going to, but maybe 20 years from now, things are going to be different. So my book is not about the past at all, it's about the future, because only books which talk about the future will enter into the future. Books that talk about the past will die with the past.